Hi everyone. So yeah, I haven't been in the kitchen for a while since Beauty and the Beast, but I had a whole list of recipes that I've been wanting to work on and the list just keeps building. So I haven't done anything on Wonka for a while, so I thought today I would take inspiration from Wonka's rock candy mine. So there's a few ways I could have done this, but in the end I thought of the rock candy, because there's actually different types of rock candy, the ones that are on sticks. And I was also thinking, what would Wonka have set up? Because of course my first idea was, let's make one big sort of cave thing. But the last time I did a massive project like that, I just decided to not blog for several months afterwards. So I thought it's better to do something a little bit smaller and keep going. So I kind of imagine in Wonka's chocolate factory. So I was thinking that an Oompa Loompa would probably have like snorkeling gear on and be putting those like little sticks up into the roof. And that way it would just be sitting in still water, well, still sugar water, for long periods of time until these like little rock candy things can be plucked off the ceiling and then new ones stuck up and so on. So that's my idea of what Wonka's chocolate factory would look like for his rock candy mine. To make it a whole lot easier for us, although it is going to take about a week for them to be made. So I have seen different recipes and I've tested different ones out, and I'm going to explain why one does work and one's not likely to work. So to make this, you are going to need 2 cups of water, 4 cups of sugar, food coloring and flavoring. You're also going to need 5 glasses that are tall and narrow, and wooden skewers. You're also going to need either masking tape to hold the wooden skewers all together or clothespins. To start, we're going to put a few drops of food coloring and flavoring into each glass. Next, we're going to add in a pot the sugar and the water, and you're going to stir until it's dissolved over medium heat. And then you're going to bring it to a boil, which is approximately 210 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to let that boil for a minute. You're going to remove that from the heat and just let it sit for a moment. Then you're going to pour that into the glasses and stir to combine the sugar water with the food coloring and the flavoring. Then you're going to pour in the rest of the sugar syrup into a tall, narrow shot glass. So this is the important part. You need to let this sit and cool to room temperature. So this is going to take about an hour. If you don't do this, the sugar is going to dissolve off the wooden skewers and the rock candy isn't going to be able to form. So while that's cooling down, you're going to do a few things. First, and you're going to dip the ends of the skewers in and then roll that in white sugar. You're going to let that sit and dry. Then you're going to put the skewers together so they can sit easily on top of the glasses. Now, I like using masking tape because I found the clothespins made the skewers sit a little funny. So I like to tape my wooden skewers onto another wooden skewer that sits on top of the glass. Now you need to make sure that when you tape these, and I like to take a dry glass as a practice just to make sure it's not going to touch the edges or the wooden skewers are going to touch each other. Otherwise the rock candy is either going to stick to the glass as well as the skewer, and it's going to make it very difficult to remove. When the sugar water is at room temperature, then you can put the skewers in. So place them gently in so the skewers sort of rest on top. Then you're going to take those glasses and you're going to set them aside where they aren't going to be knocked. Now I like to cover it all with a loosely woven cotton tea towel. That's basically just going to keep the dust out, but it's still going to allow air to circulate through so there's no mold that grows on it or whatever the reasons are. As tempting as it is, don't check your sugar during the week. You just need to let it sit. In a week's time, you're going to come back. You're going to remove those rock candy sticks, remove them, the masking tape and so on. I like to let it dry on a little plate of white sugar. And then they're ready to serve. So there you go. There is your Wonka rock candy from the rock candy mine.